Okay, so I'm in the group, trying to see. Refresh.
Am I supposed to?
Okay, yeah, so you in the group.
Okay.
So let me check everything and make sure. Can you, well, I'm going to check your Instagram too. Let me check your YouTube real quick. People should be hopping on. I'll tell you in just a second. So this is studio.
Yeah, same people. I can't really see who it is though, but.
So hold on a second. So you put on YouTube right now. I'm going to go over to your IG right quick. Right on time, so I'm not fully on time. It's not showing you this live on IG. I don't know why. It'll take a little while to come up, but either way, it's 7 o'clock and you on YouTube and you're on Facebook. You definitely did everything right. So
Okay.
yeah, you can just start talking. So I'm gonna hang up the phone and then you can.
Nah, let's get IG going. Let's get IG.
I mean, I can't. I don't know. Like, you would have to disconnect and then start over, I guess, because we did everything. You gotta be inside of Restream.
Are we on YouTube?
Yeah, you on YouTube and you on Facebook, but I'm refreshing. Like,
Okay.
Can you have Krishna go to your IG? Because right now I don't see you on IG and you should be there.
I'll take care of it. All right, I'm gonna get on and then we'll go from there.
All right, so yeah, for all intents and purposes, I don't know why it didn't work. We just did it.
Okay.
All right, I'm hanging up the phone. You just be on.
All right, bro. We're about to start in a couple seconds. What's going on, people? It's your boy A. Donahue Baker right here. Really, really quick, just 30 seconds trying to figure out what is happening. 40. Come on, here we go. All right, we got it. All right, cool. We're just going to give it a couple more seconds just to let people jump in. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's going to be an exciting experience. Hopefully in the chat, if you have questions, just pop them in. We're going to handle them as they come up. And that way we'll be able to, peace. Come on in. Awesome. All right, well, couple more minutes. We're just going to let everybody get settled in. So, exciting news. Definitely a big moment in the world of, for me, real estate, because I'm jumping into this process, this period of creating a course that is really designed to have maximum impact. Now, welcome. Thank you that you're here. And I'm seeing that more people are jumping in. Peace. What's going on? Awesome. So really, the purpose of tonight, we're going to tackle a couple things. We definitely want to answer questions. So if you have any, pop them in the chat. Definitely want to tackle a lot of different things. We've been getting a lot of questions. This course, Apartment Acquisition Academy, is officially launching next week. I'm so excited about that program because in that program, we're literally going to be showing people how to create wealth through apartment complexes. As you know, that's my specialty, it's my focus. I don't wholesale, I don't flip. I focus on apartment buildings, and it's allowed me to create a lifestyle that I'm only looking to do one deal a year, right? And that one deal from that one apartment complex can set you off, right? Put you on a path that you can have a stream of income, passive income, that just allows you to live the life that you want to live. And that's why I like apartments so much. It's different than wholesaling or flipping, because when you stop wholesaling and you stop flipping, the income dries up. You got to keep working. You got to keep grinding. Apartments are not like that. Basically, every single period, you're able to get a check and you're able to live off that check. And all you have to do is focus on doing that one deal every single year. So this particular time period, the whole period of COVID, for my personal portfolio, I haven't did any more acquisitions. I'm looking at a number of different deals right now. But what's special about it is I don't worry, because I know by the end of the year, we're going to have maybe one or two deals, but I'm really looking to do just one home run deal. So that being said, peace everybody on IG. I'm sorry I got to go back and forth like this, but I'm also on the Facebook group, and I'm going to try to answer their questions as well as any questions that you have on the IG. We're going to try to do both. We're going to try to swivel back and forth between Facebook and IG. All right. So as we jump right in to this, the reason why this course is going to be so special is because I'm going to do something that no one else has done, at least that I've seen. So we know that there's education out there. We know that there's theory out there. We know that there's processes that you can go and you can learn the process of acquiring apartment buildings. Well, we're going to do all of that. But what is special about this course is that I have a line of credit. That line of credit is $3 million, and I'm going to use that line of credit to acquire more apartment buildings with the group that we assemble, right? So whatever part of the country you're in, if you have a deal in your city, this group, we're limiting it to 20 people. Only 20 people are going to be in the group, right? So those 20 people are basically on a weekly basis. We're going to meet. We're going to analyze deals. We're going to learn a lot about the individual markets. We're also going to find opportunities that we can actively pursue. So in week one, we're looking to put LOIs in. We definitely want to submit a lot of LOIs to get that out, to find the right opportunity. And then we're going to have this fund that we're going to be able to access and acquire properties, more and more properties. So that's really it. I wanted to talk specifically about some other value add components that are going to be in the group as well. So as many of you know, some of you may know that I'm also a professor at Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. I was offered this position very recently, and it's it's really a new experience for me. So I am teaching some young minds and doing some, I really enjoy pouring in to young people. And one of the things that I'm doing there is bringing in a bunch of my network, my resources, coming and speaking to them. One of the people that I'll be bringing in is R. Donahue Peoples, which is a billionaire real estate developer. He's also the premier real estate developer, not only a super mentor for me, but he's also the premier Black real estate developer in the country, right? He's going to be coming into the class, and the 20 students that are in my apartment academy is also going to get that experience. You're going to get the experience to join that class. I just got approved today from the university. You're going to be able to join that class and also share in that experience as well. I also have a number of other public figures, celebrities, entertainers, entrepreneurs, all coming down to share their experience. You're also open to join that particular class. The class it's really about entrepreneurship, and it's about building wealth. That's the title of the class, entrepreneurship and building wealth. So who do we have coming in? That's really the key. What we do have, Jermaine Dupri, who most people follow hip hop know who Jermaine Dupri is. We have Mike Hill. If you don't know who Mike Hill is a media entrepreneur, and he's currently married, getting married in October to Cynthia Bailey of Atlanta Housewives fame, Mike Hill. But we also have, well, this past Thursday, we're going to be showing you clips. We had the one of the founders of FUBU, Jay Alexander, who has, that talk was incredible. Like the students are still talking about it. But that talk was incredible because he built a brand literally coming from Queens, New York, built a brand that sold over $1 billion worth of merchandise. His engagement was a bunch of gems going on. I have that all recorded. I'm going to be kind of shelling that out through the next couple weeks or so. Next week is we're going to have an incredible guest, Shaka Zulu. If you don't know who Shaka Zulu is, he's my frat brother. That's number one. Number two, he also manages Ludacris. He also is the head of Spotify, right? So he's running Spotify. He's the VP at Spotify, but he's the man to talk to if you want to have a show. You heard about the Joe Rogan getting $100 million. Well, Shaka Zulu had a fingerprint on that. So that's going to be incredible. In addition, we got a cat that sold a business for $50 million. Not many people are able to, many black people at that, right? Able to take a concept from start and bring it to finish and sell a business. We got a brother that's coming up a few weeks down the pike that sold a startup for $50 million. That's, to me, that's a wealth of knowledge. And I think that more people, especially our young people, need to understand that we're living in a time right now where we have to be able to leverage technology. I know we're on Instagram and YouTube and trying to figure these things out, but the fact of the matter is coding is going to create lots and lots of millionaires and even some billionaires in the next 10 years. And the vast majority of that, I think, is going to be young people. So it's important that if you have children, please get them involved in coding, get them involved in engineering. I think that is going to be the way, right? So we talk about real estate, but this is not just about real estate. This is about building wealth, right? Real estate is just a vehicle, right? We figured out a strategy. Real estate is just a vehicle to get us to the level that we need to get to. But there's lots of tools, there's lots of things along the way that I'm going to bring you on a journey, and that's really what we're going to do. So I had a young man that joined the course today, and he said, by the end of this course, I want to own real estate. So, and that's really what we're going to do. We're going to be working every single day to find the deals. We're going to be working every single day to analyze the deals, right? Because a lot of the deals that are out there, you know, it's not just as easy as going to LoopNet. As we know, most of the deals on LoopNet are trash. 95% of them are trash, but LoopNet has value. We're going to figure that out. We have a spreadsheet that I created. You're going to be able to use this spreadsheet to analyze deals, and you're going to be able to compare deals from different cities, different geographic areas. So that's really going to be exciting. The other thing that is that's really going to be key in the group is that every single week we're going to meet. So we're going to be able to assess our progress along the way. That's really key because a lot of courses, sometimes they just basically give you a whole bunch of information, could be good information, but you really never put it to use. I'm going to make sure that we all put it to use. The very first assignment that we're going to have next week, and this is week 1, is we're going to go down to the zoning office, in whatever geographic area you're located, and all the students are going to find out what is needed from the zoning official. What type of housing, right? So me personally, I specialize in affordable housing. There's lots of money out there, but I have a lot of other programs. I'm going to be giving you guys knowledge of veterans. Like if you are a veteran or you're in an area that has veterans, I got an awesome program. There's a program out there that actually will give you money to build, right? Many people aren't aware of that, right? So along the way, I'm going to be showing you how to use different governmental agencies, other things to really accelerate your progress in the course. So that being said, the other component that we have to talk about is the tools. When the fact that we're going to be taking down multi-million-dollar deals, that's the idea, right? You need to have certain tools. You need to be able to have certain weapons that you can access. One of the things that we will be doing is I'm going to be showing you how to build your business credit that is not connected to your social security number. Building your business credit and then creating systems around your LLC or your S Corp that will allow you to leverage the commerce between those two businesses. If you're able to do that, you're able to create big lines of credit. Now, I'm working in conjunction with the company that I co-founded called Money Ave. Money Ave is really the bank behind a lot of the projects that we get, and we fund a lot of people all over the country. If you have a real estate deal, you can bring it to Money Ave. Money Ave will fund your deal, finance your deal, right? And in addition to that, we're also real estate investors. So we look at particular, not everybody, but we look at the great opportunities, and we will joint venture with you on time to time because we're direct lenders. The other thing that Money Ave does is, as lenders, we also have personal loans in which if you can get anywhere from $500 to $10,000 in as little as 3 hours through Money Ave. The purpose of that is we're going after payday lenders, right? Our interest rates are super low, 2 and 3%. It's not usury. This is done as a value add for our community so we can kill the payday lenders. They shouldn't have to go to a pawn shop or go to a check cashing place that's charging 20, 30%. That's usury. I think that's unfair. The business model is built strictly for that, to go to Money Ave to get short-term loan, and you can get it in as little as 3 hours. One of the great things that we have at Money Ave that has just happened, and we are working on our licensing deal right now, but we're going to be able to accept deposits now at Money Ave, right? So we're a full-fledged bank. We finally got our depository accounts. You'll be able to open a bank account, a business bank account, and you'll be able to conduct business from your mobile application, your mobile phone. These are the things that's coming out. We also have a business credit card. It's going to be a Money Ave business credit card that we're actually going to be able to fund businesses, particularly businesses that have been through our program. We're going to be able to give them a business credit card. So that's big news for us because as the company changes, as the company is growing, we're getting new tentacles and we're entering to new verticals. So I'm excited about that. Can't forget. And there's one other vertical that is huge. So, Money Ave, when we started out, we were in the wealth management space. And one component of wealth management that's integral is life insurance. But lots of legal loopholes. We finally are adding a life insurance component to the Money Ave system where you can get life insurance policy. And I know we don't like to talk about death and life insurance in our community. But I will tell you this. If you're serious about building generational wealth, you have to incorporate life insurance at some point in your plan or in your generational plan, right? And a lot of people in our community don't do it, but I'll tell you what we do in our family. The oldest member of our family has a $2 million life insurance policy. The siblings or the generation below it, basically they pay the premium. And at some point in time, everybody's going to be the oldest member. So that's one way in which we can create generational wealth in our family. I hope that the services that we do and the services that we provide get you to have this conversation with your family, because one thing is assured that we all will pass at some point in time, and that's definitely guaranteed. What we need to do is think about the next generation and what you leave for them. What is your legacy? And you don't want to be selfish. At some point in time, we have to be able to make the sacrifice. To say, look, I'm going to do this for the next generation, right? So that is some of the things that we're offering at Money Ave. But I want to dump into Money Ave one more time so that people can understand what we do, because we've grown really fast. Really this year, like even before COVID, we were kind of taking off, and we expected to slow down during COVID, but the exact opposite happened. And the problem with Money Ave is the things that we do, people don't know they need us. So the only way we've been able to grow is really through word of mouth, jumping on social media, talking, or our customers talking to other people, sharing our services, explaining what we do and how they can position themselves and take advantage. But a lot of what we do in a very simple fashion is wealth management, the same way that a family office does. And most people need the definition of a family office because they don't know. A family office is a group that manages wealth. They do wealth management, but they manage wealth for high net worth individuals, people that are worth 100, $200 million, really, really high. And they do incredible things to turn that wealth into more wealth, right? So what we're doing at Money Ave is we're democratizing that same approach. We're doing the same things that a family office does, but we're doing it for thousandaires, right? We're taking the wealth management principles of the family office and democratizing it, spreading it across to average everyday Americans. Thousandaires is what we call them, right? So we have a path for those principles. If you follow those principles, and we do education as well, we basically give you the pathway to turn thousandaires into millionaires. And that's basically the mantra that we've adopted to help people accomplish that goal. So, you know, it's really great. So that's why we're in so many different verticals, right? That's why we're jumping into life insurance, because that's what the family office does, right? They have the life insurance product, they have the real estate product, they may have some stocks. Family office will have a lobbyist. You say, why does a family office need a lobbyist? Very simple. The legislation that comes through every single year with the tax code is centered around the high net worth individuals, the wealthy people. Like, actually, they're the ones that get the first crack at it. And it usually takes a year or two later for the mass population to kind of follow the loophole or follow the angle for that. Prime example of that is in the 2019 Trump tax law. The way that the tax law, the way that the legislation was written, the regs, it was beneficial to be an S corp. So what we saw was a lot of people pivoted away from the LLC and jumped into the S corp. You know, and then the S corp became the popular structure. Millions and billions of dollars were saved when Trump signed that law into legislation, and as a result, that became the in vogue legal entity to use to shield money away from the IRS. You know, but every single year that changes. The idea and the key is what we do, and what we do at Money Ave is to find out, number one, what is going to be in vogue and how we can save our clients the most amount of money. So a number of different things. Just wanted to talk about that before we talk about apartment buildings, because I want you to understand that apartments are just one way. At some point in time, real estate gets boring, right? It gets boring in the sense of you just collecting. It's a passive income. When you're in apartment buildings, you're not picking up toilets, you're not answering phone calls. A lot of the tenants that the building that you own, a lot of tenants don't even know you because there's really no interaction. There's a leasing office there that comes in, takes care of everything. There's systems that are in place that really run the business. All you're doing as an owner is managing the managers, right? Managing the managers. And if you get a good property manager, an excellent property manager, it really takes care of itself. So that's what's exciting. And that's why I just focus on apartment buildings, because it's so easy. It's boring to the point where there's really nothing to do. I mean, I can look for more deals, but it used to be a point where I used to analyze over 100 deals a month, right? That's just writing them out, doing analysis. And once you start to realize the vast majority of the deals on the market, garbage, right? Especially if you're getting stuff from LoopNet, it's just garbage, right? So my thing was, I wanted to put myself in a position where I didn't have that pressure. And literally, what I said in the opening, I really just try to do one deal every single year. I try to make that one deal an incredible deal, like an incredible value add where millions of dollars are created. The question should be, how do we create millions of dollars out of thin air? And that's really what we're going to learn in the course. So this is a little preview of what's going to happen. Now, when the course, we're going to analyze real world deals. But how do we do it for people that don't know is very simple. What I look for when I'm looking for apartment complexes, for my specialty, right? My specialty is affordable housing. What I look for is what's happening right now in the country. A lot of people are getting evicted, right? Unfortunately, it's sad. I grew up, I was raised in an affordable housing complex. But I can tell you this, when you have people getting evicted, you have lower valuations, right? So the way that apartment buildings are valuated is very different than you would evaluate a house, right? The strategy that they use to evaluate apartment complexes is the income approach. That is the predominant strategy. The income of the apartment building determines the value of the apartment building. So when you have rents dropping, you have less income. When you have less income, you have a lower sale price. There's certain apartment buildings that that have to sell this year because that's their exit strategy. Maybe some want to sell because they feel as though the market is going to drop further and there's an opportunity to sell. But every single year, you're going to have apartment buildings that need to be sold because the group that bought them, if there tend to be a mom and pop group, their exit strategy was to sell at this particular point in time. If the market is down, if a pandemic is here, if we're in a recession, the prices at which they sell are going to be drastically less if the tenant base is low, right? And if the tenant base is low, if your vacancies are high, what happens is you get a lower valuation. Now, we know that's happening all over the country, right? So how do we spot these opportunities? Very simple. We look for properties that have a defect. That defect could very well be having a high vacancy rate, tenants getting evicted, losing their job, right? But we never buy unless we know we can cure that defect, right? So why is apartments, to me, the best way to create wealth in a short amount of time? Because the defect that exists, we know something that the seller usually doesn't, right? The seller, and this is where you have to be careful, because the seller is thinking, oh, this either a lot of times, not always, but the seller is thinking, you know what, this is a lot, it's a bad business. They're usually not doing something right. Either they don't have adequate property management, or they're not being proactive with repairs, or they're not, handling the management effectively. Now, I've seen lots of different management styles. I've analyzed lots of different deals, and there's a number of different ways in which we can come in and force appreciate properties. When I say force appreciate, that is the key, because that simply is curing the defect. And once we cure the defect, we're able to get a higher valuation. That is literally creating money out of thin air. We go in, we force appreciate, create a higher valuation, and we pull that equity out. Once we pull the equity out, what we try to do is we try to return the initial cash investment that we put into the deal. That is called an infinite return. And that's what we strive for on every single investment that we make. We try to get an infinite return. The money that we put in cash-wise gets pulled out. Once we do the forced appreciation, we return that back. We have no money in the deal, and we just get paid every single month based on owning this property, based on the rent roll, and the tenants themselves pay down the debt service. That, in essence, is exactly what we're looking. We're looking for that scenario to be replicated every single time, right? So that's really the overriding theme of what we're trying to accomplish with apartment buildings. And it's literally just about going out there and finding, because there's a set number of apartment buildings in every single city. It's not like you're looking at single family houses. Apartment buildings are unique, right? The big ones, they're unique. There's only a handful of them. So the idea and the goal is to reach out in those cities where they are and contact the owners. Be present, be top of mind, make an offer. Figure out what the true value is, and then figure out what we can acquire those buildings for, right? So apartmentacquisitionacademy.com is how we're going to be doing that. And now I'm going to open up to questions from the group. So anybody got questions, just let me know. People in the Facebook group, unfortunately, I can't see your name, so I'm going to just try to answer the questions. I see the questions, but for some reason, I can't see the name. So I'm going to, and if you're on IG and you got questions, throw those in. As soon as I get to the Facebook group, I'm definitely going to circle back around. So yes, the course is open. Yes. Do I teach wholesaling? I do not teach wholesaling at all. I do not do wholesaling. I love wholesalers though. Why do I love wholesalers? Because wholesalers literally make us rich. One of the way in which that I acquire apartment buildings is wholesalers. That they're one of the people that when they're able to find a deal. Imagine if a wholesaler, the wholesaling strategy, what they try to do is they try to acquire properties for 70% of value, right? So if I can purchase an apartment building for 70% of what it's worth, it's a home run. And a lot of these wholesalers got deals that are even have a lower percentage of ARV than that, right? 70% is the tops. So we love wholesalers. I would never wholesale a deal only because to me that's like putting money on the street. Like, why would I? When you're wholesaling, you're literally working, right? It's a job. You wholesale a deal to me, I buy it, but you got to go. In order for you to keep eating, you got to keep wholesaling. For me, I just sit back and collect rent for the rest of my life, and I can pass that money on to my son, and he can pass it on to his. That's why I don't wholesale, because there's just a better way to do it. And I understand that, yes, that is a way in which you can start with no money. But in all actuality, you can buy apartment buildings with no money as well if you have a strategy. It's not a preferred way, but if you have a strategy, you can do that. There's a number of different ways through joint ventureships, through using or setting up the right LLC structure, leveraging your business credit. All of these can be leveraged to acquire apartment assets. So, that's why I don't do the wholesaling thing. All right. This is going to be great. Yes. Thank you. It is going to be great, Gigi. It is definitely going to be great. Puts in the work and has the connections. Yes. I don't know who said it, but appreciate that, brother. It's even bigger than just doing real estate deals. Yeah. So the other thing that I want to say too is that for this group, I'm excited about the people that have joined. A lot of people jumped in, but yes, we're going to be together every single week. So, it's really going to be the inaugural class. This is going to be the first time that I'm doing a course, right? And I've like over the years, people will say, yo, I need to do a course, or I want you to mentor me. This is the only way I really could do it, right? Because my time, people were like, yo, I need you, just hitting me to do this or look at this deal, or Anna, I have to have a structure, and this is the way that I decided to do it. Fortunately, the same week we decided to set up the course, I got a call to teach at Morehouse as well. So that was an honor. So, I'm going to be teaching for the next, really all until next year. That's really what it's going to be. Definitely appreciate you, Royal Gigi. All right, here's the formula. Income producing assets plus real estate planning equals generational wealth. Absolutely. So, I've been super big on the generational wealth. I'm going to continue to be big on the generational wealth. It is so important that we pour into our younger generation, right? It's so important that we do that. When you learn these things, when you learn the knowledge in the Apartment Acquisition Academy, just on apartments, that's all you like. If you get 1 or 2 apartments, let's say that's all you do, you can be straight for the rest of your life. Now, call it the home run, call it whatever, right? I own over 500 units. A lot of the units that I have are small, right? Because I didn't just jump into big apartments, right? But if I had someone to show me, I would have done it. It was just the fact that I was just figuring out, all right, well, it's a good deal. I got a duplex over here, 4 family over here, 6 unit. Then I started to get bigger and bigger. if you have a mentor, if you have someone to walk you through, you can start out doing these big deals. It's just the same amount of work that it takes to buy a 100-unit apartment building, it takes to buy a 4-unit. Facts, right? It's the same amount of analysis, the same amount of financing that you go through. So why not swing for the fences? Why not, right? So, and till this day, like I still buy smaller units if they come my way, but I'm not pressed. I'm not pressed at all because another 4 units is not going to change my life. It's not going to, like I'm not pursuing that. I'm really looking at doing these big deals because those are the deals that's going to change your lifestyle, change your trajectory, right? That's really where it is, and that's why I focus on, what I focus on. So let me just try to jump around. I know you guys are asking some questions in IG. I'm going to get to you. So also, do you get involved in new development? Yes, we do new development. So the reason why the course is Apartment Acquisition Academy, it's really a development course, right? Because we want to develop apartment buildings when there's a need, only when there's a need, right? Because why? Because we still need the value add component. And if you're going to be a developer, in order to get the value add component, we need help. We need help from the municipalities. But here's the deal. Most municipalities have an affordable housing need. So that's why when we go very first day, we're going to go, that's your homework. Go down to your zoning office, find out who your zoning official is. You're going to get to know them. You're going to ask them, to see the master plan. You want to see what the city has planned. Is there affordable housing? Is there a section of town that is dilapidated that they need developers? Possibly they have money for developers. Possibly they have like a pilot tax or a tax abatement or some incentive for you to go down and build, right? That's in some cities. Other cities, you're going to see blight, right? So we talk about like Detroit, I don't want to, Baltimore, like those cities just have a lot of vacant properties, right? Though that scares me because in those areas, we've got to be able to not only build good, solid housing, but we've also got to be able to get good quality tenants. So it's going to be really interesting because there are people in the groups that are in markets that I'm not in, but we're going to take the time to learn those markets so that we can have some added expertise. We can also look at things from a nuanced perspective. But that's why the homework is so important. That's why you got to go down and really put on your development hat, right? So we're looking for apartments, but some of you may say, well, look, my development, the city needs not only apartment, but retail or commercial or industrial. In that case, your section is gonna have that. We have other people that's gonna come into the group as well that has expertise. I have a mentor, believe it or not. I say that because I speak to my mentor on areas in which I don't have working expertise, right? So my expertise is apartments, but let's say you want to do industrial. I don't have any warehouses. I don't own warehouses. There's certain square footage, there's things that you should know about warehouses or industrial space to be profitable in that sector. I have people that can come in and help you. So when I say I'm going to open up my network, that's part of why it's a small group, because we're going to be intimately involved in terms of, you have a deal, you have a special circumstance, we'll fly out the people that need to be flown out to go to your city to make sure that we can do these deals or deals that need to be done. All right, so let's get to the question. Hopefully I answered that question well. Yeah, this is crazy trying because I can't see who's sending the questions. Get the right mindset. Thank you. How many spots left? We sold. You got to speak to Alan on that because I know we're almost there. We're almost at the point where we're going to be maxing out at 20. I know we sold a lot in the past 2 or 3 days. They've been coming in. I don't have the direct count, so I can't tell you how many spots are left. But can I do deals if I'm a newbie in real estate? Could you do deals if you're a newbie in real estate? Yes, I answered that question. You could. However, there is a certain level of expertise and professionalism that you need to have when you deal with apartment buildings. You have to, number one, have the knowledge. You have to know the lingo in terms of when you're speaking to brokers and even sellers, because they will take advantage of you. So in my course, what I want to do is I want to start out with the lingo, the vocabulary, make sure that you understand, you're able to have an intelligent conversation, because if they know you have money, but you don't understand the nuances of the business, people will take advantage of you. So what I want you to do is the course, the knowledge from the course, we do this together. I basically, at this point, the way that we're going to be doing deals and the way that we're going to move in the group is I basically will be in the role of a sponsor. So I will be involved in the deal. And in fact, I should, because in essence, it's literally, if you're doing the deal in the course and you're not using your own money, you're going to be using my money, my line of credit. So, it's going to be my name, but you're going to also be an owner, but I'm going to be the sponsor. What that will do for you is multifold. Number one, in real estate, when you do these multi-million-dollar deals, it's not just about having money, right? It's not just about having the money. The banks and the financial institutions, they want to see experience. So you'll be able to leverage my resume in your deal, and that is, that will give you a leg up. So when it's time to do your deals, you'll have the resume as well as the money with what you'll learn, what the takeaway will be. All right, so hopefully that helped. Wholesaling is for those who need to build capital. Yes, you do. Wholesaling is for those who need to build capital. I'm not bashing wholesalers at all. I'm just telling you I don't wholesale. So, and I love wholesalers. So I don't want you to think that I'm hating on wholesalers. We just had 2 sales come in. Okay, 2 people just bought. Great, thank you. Looking forward. Will the process that you adopt be applicable to another niche in real estate like multifamily condos? Yes. So I'm going to say it again. This is really real estate development. I'm assuming that after week 1, when you go back and when you speak to your zoning official, they're going to come back and they're going to say, look, we have a need for affordable housing, or we have a need for another type of housing. That is going to determine the trajectory of where you're at. Somebody else in the course may be on a completely different trajectory. So as we, touch on the various sectors, it's going to be different for everybody. But understand the focus still going to be apartment complexes. If we have the need to do industrial, or if we have the need to do retail, I have a staff, a team that is well equipped. So let's go into that, right? So if you want to know what's available to you, I'm in the state of New Jersey. We have resources, and we're developers. So one of my partners right now, business partners, is literally one of the biggest real estate developers in the state of New Jersey. And what that looks like is way bigger than apartment complexes. He's on his resume, he's developed the Time Life building, literally. He's developed Harmon Meadow, the Harmon Cove in Secaucus, right? That's a mentor of mine. So just to let you know the scale, the resources, the network, it's incredible. That's all I got to say. If I would have had someone show me how to do this and be able to scale up to the point where you can do deals on my first go, that's the route that I would have chose, right? So, just to, I don't want to name drop and stuff like that, but the fact is if we need to, any area of real estate that we need to jump into, if I don't have the particular expertise and I don't know it all, you will have a serious connect. I thought the LLC was included in the course. Since we get 1,000 off the business credit bonus, how much that course for building the LLC credit? Okay, listen, Money Ave is separate from this course, right? So the fact of the matter is, if you're looking to become a multimillionaire, I talk extensively that you need to set up business credit that is not connected to your personal social security number. It is not connected to, you're not co-signing, you're not a personal guarantor. That's something separate. That's something that Money Ave does really well. You know, one of the fastest growing companies in the country, ranked 199 out of 5,000 companies. They're ranked number 199 in all industries, right? So one of the fastest growing companies in the country. They do it really well. I'm not gonna, they're doing that side. So it's a business component where I would love to offer that. So I offer that because I feel like we need it, right? So what I do is if you enroll in the course and you still want to build out your business credit, you get $1,000 off the price of building out your business credit if you let Money Ave do it, right? That's a discount that I can give you for enrolling in the course. So it's a value add, right? So that's really all it is. It's a discount that allows you to build out your business credit the same way I'm building out. In fact, if you're in the course, I have a $3 million line of credit. That credit is through my business, but I don't want you to think you can do that. It took me years to build it up to that level. And as you get in, I'm going to show you the same things that I did that you could, maybe start with, we can guarantee you 50,000 at least, right? Every LLC, no matter what you've done, we can guarantee you 50,000. From that point, I'm going to show you how you can get somewhere between 100 to $500,000. I can show you how to do that, and then you can use that to start leveraging and building your own portfolio. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, and you are so heavy hitters. Thank you, Royal Gigi. Appreciate you. All right, Trina, the business credit is, yes, Trina, got it. Got it. Trina, 100% right. You got it. All right, I want to learn this system so I can retire from teaching. Yeah, the end of the day, teachers are special. I really want you to learn this system so that you can know, number one, what to look for, so that you can have the knowledge to analyze it. And then number two, there's a certain specialized knowledge that you need to finance, to really put these deals together. Because a lot of people, they think, oh, it's $1 million, $2, $3, $4, $5 million. I can't afford that. Well, the people that buy these buildings, they can't afford it. You know how they do it? They do it with group economics, literally. The vast majority of apartment buildings that sell under $10 million and above $1 million are groups. And it's really, getting money over here, and putting it together. When you go above $10 million, you're dealing with institutional buyers. You're dealing with Wall Street money. You're dealing with on another level. I like to stay below 10 million, but above 1 million, because, if that's space that we're dealing with a lot of mom and pops. We're dealing with people that, may know some things, but there may be some holes. So we try to, find those deals, and we have to analyze a lot of them to find really, really good ones. I'm talking about home runs. I'm talking about deals that can make you a millionaire in less than a year. That's really what we try to focus on. So, but at some point in time, we talk about value adds. I just want to say, just for knowledge wise, I want to talk about the other types of apartment deals that are available. So the other types are yield plays, right? Some people are not looking to create wealth really, really quick. Some people just looking for a good place to park money, right? And they try to find yield plays. So that's another thing. And basically a yield play is just like, I'm going to buy this apartment because I have some money. I don't want to put it in the stock market. I don't want to invest in another business. I just have some money and I want a better return than the bank. So I'm just going to buy an apartment building and just, live off the return. I can get, 9, 10, 12, 13% return. That's a great return on your money, right? So we know about the laws of 72, which is how long it takes for your money to double. I mean, at those rates, you can still double your money relatively short, in 6-7 years, something like that, which is great. So some people, as you get older, maybe you want some safety, you're going for yield plays. I don't want to poo-poo yield plays, but it's still, to me, especially coming into COVID, there's still lots of value add opportunities. So I'm not downplaying the yield plays. I'm just saying that, I pick a directive and go hard. That's basically what I do. Um, cool. Rach, I see you. What's going on? All right, trying to get over to IG real quick. D Win, what's up, my man? DJ's in the building. Rashida Wallace, what's going on? I see you, Queen. I see you. All right. Yeah, so let me get to these last questions real quick because I think the IG, I'm only on for an hour. So IG is going to kick me off. I got another question here. How do you get LoopNet brokers to take you seriously? A proper email is a start. Well, the LoopNet brokers, good question, by the way. Excellent. I wish I knew who asked the question so I can big you up because that is a real problem. I want you to think of LoopNet as not a place that has the greatest. You don't go to LoopNet for the deals. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't go to LoopNet for the deals. The value of LoopNet is finding brokers. So I don't know if you've heard of Pareto's principle. Basically, it's a principle that says 80% of the deal flow or 80% of anything comes from 20% of that one thing, right? So if you look at LoopNet, the key that you need to look at is you need to go there to find brokers, right? And if those brokers, you can look by their listings on LoopNet, who has the most deals in a city, in a geographic area, right? So you find those brokers that has volumes of deals, right? You can find that on LoopNet. You can just see. You can just pick a city, any city, who got the most listing. I guarantee you, like clockwork, every single city, every single time you pick a region, 20% of the brokers is going to have 80% of the deal. Your job is to build a relationship with those 20%, right? You build a relationship with those 20%. You have to take them out to lunch. You build a relationship. Why? Because you want to be top of mind when something comes on the market. You want to be at least in the top 5. And the reason why you want to be in the top 5 is because if they call you, if they give you that, if you have that opportunity where you're in their top 5 calls when something comes on the market that you're looking for, and I'm going to show you how to do this effectively in the course, right? I'm going to show you how to market yourself to the brokers directly. So, but if you're in their top 5, you got a 20% chance of landing a deal that is a pocket listing, right? And when I say a pocket listing, it is a deal that's not advertised because that's what brokers do. They give the best deals as a pocket listing, and you want to be in that category. And those are the deals that never make it to LoopNet. They never make it on the MLS. They never make it to the general public. You want to be in a pocket listing, and you have to have the right structures in place so that you can move quickly. This is a game of speed. That's why we ask you to set these things up. We ask you to have your game so tight that you can move faster and close faster than the competition. And that is what is going to make you different from everyone else and allow you to build wealth a lot faster. I won't be able to sign up for the class, but will you offer it again in the future? I don't know. We're going to try it once. And then we'll go from there. I am on teaching overload. Maybe I get burnt out after one. I don't know. But I don't know. I can tell you there won't be another class at least for the next 7 to 8 months. I'll tell you that because as we go into COVID, I also am a co-founder of Money Avenue, and we got some really, really exciting things going on with Money Ave. So I do need to, and I have a family as well. So we're going to go there. Doing this well. Thank you, brother. Can't wait. This is the thing. Get this thing rolling. There's so much stuff here. Can't even tell you about. Yeah, you're right. Appreciate you. So this is a 12-week course. Yes. There's a 12-week course. If you fail, Alan hit that. All right, cool. I'm flipping through. Is there a deadline? Look, the course is going to be open right now. We're gonna start next week. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pivot to IG real quick because I think we're gonna lose them. All right, so what's going on, IG? Lewis, what's going on, brother? Lewis lives in Shaquille O'Neal's building in Newark, New Jersey. Seamus, I see you. Lewis, we got to get together soon, man. Definitely, man. Real quick. KLB. Let me see. Tiffany, what's going on? Crystal, I see you. Rach, I see you. All right. Oh man, you gotta forgive me. I'm flying through here. You know what? I'm trying to get questions because we're gonna lose IG in a minute. So forgive me. I'm gonna jump back on IG. I promise you I'm gonna do an IG probably this weekend on Monday or something like that. Manny Mills, what's going on, brother? Tasha, I see you. Nuncha, man, Anthony Black, what's going on, brother? Coach K, I see you. Good looking out for throwing the Money Ave in there, Rashida. Much love on that. Coco, big up, big up. Coach Tina, good looking out. All right, well, I think IG is going to be done real soon. Criminal. So, Facebook group, if you want to chill out and hang out for a little bit, I'm just going to wrap up the IG because we're going to lose them real quick. So, Mark Ant, I see you. What's going on, brother? Barty Bart, thank you. Join the course, man. I'm looking forward to working with you, man. Thanks a lot, brother. Deanna, I see you. Good looking. Good looking. All right. Awesome. BW Kenton, appreciate you. Billy Brown, I see you. Rudy in the building. Yes. Rastafari. Big up. Selassie, I live it every time. All right, Billy Brown, I see you. What's going on? Escobar. Dang, there's a lot of people on the IG that I missed. All right, my question, not about wholesaling. You have to keep wholesaling. I think we answered the wholesaling already. I'm not going to jump into that. Will your course offer again through the year? Probably not the rest of this year. Definitely appreciate you, Louie, man. Definitely do. Jazzy J, what's going on? How much money do you need coming into the program for deals? Major Dive Properties. You don't need any money. You really don't need any money. If you're looking to do deals, you can leverage my line of credit, and that's it. You don't need any money. I'm literally trying to take this $3 million line of credit and turn it into 6. And out of that money that we make, if it's your deals, if you're bringing deals to the table, you'll eat. You'll be a part of it, right? Now, if you want to put money in, that's on you. We can split it. Or it can all be you. It doesn't have to be me. What I want to do is show you how to do it, teach you the principles, and we go from there. That's really it. BW Woman joined. What's going on? How are you, Texas? I see you. Definitely infamous. Man, I'm like so far behind on the questions on Instagram. I apologize. I got to jump on. I'm going to jump on Instagram. I know of an area that needs housing for college students. Student housing is big. It's really big. Unfortunately, COVID has made it so that, colleges don't know what they're going to do, and they don't know how long this is going to last. So it's a situation where if we can build student housing, and it works, let's jump in, let's do it. can I technically call myself a developer when I go down to the municipality and ask for a housing plan? Yes, absolutely. You absolutely want to do that. You want to position yourself as a developer. It's very, very important. The reason why, even if you don't have a resume of a developer, you need the city to see you as a developer in order for them to take you seriously. So what I want you to do is when you go down, represent yourself as a developer. If they pry and they say, well, look, well, what have you done? Look, I have a partner, right? I have a partner. I have a partner and we're working together, and we're looking to invest in the city. We're looking to build housing. We're looking to provide affordable housing. We're looking, whatever your niche or whatever the city wants to do, it's very important that that we kind of, we don't want them to think you're just kicking the tires, right? So the question very succinctly is, yes, represent yourself as a developer because you are, right? Because you're looking to develop. Despite the fact of whether you've developed or not, you are, okay? So, and I look forward to working with you, brother, really do. Nicholas, Unique, Solar Queen, Solar Queen, what's going on? Act Joel, Jose Force, Rach. Rach, it's all good. I appreciate you. All right. Santi. Man, this is that it's a lot. Corey, my dude, Corey, I got you got just got home from buying a property. Corey is killing it right now, man. I'm like, yeah, we gotta get together, Corey, man. That's my man right there, though, man. That's my man. Allegra, Trent. I think we lost the YouTube. Will Clark Real Estate. Appreciate you, brother. Caleb from Kansas City. Would love to bring in our own deals. Bring in your own deals. Bring in your own deals. I got a cat that's going to be bringing in some deals. So bring in your own deals. What we want to do is close. We want to close. We want to analyze your deals. So it's a competition too as well, right? We have a set number of funds. The idea is, we want the money to go to the highest and best use. That's how we get the best returns. So if there's a competition for what deal we want to fund the most, is what deal we're gonna, number one, this is what we need to ask. How much money do we need to put into a deal? Hard cash. You want to limit that, right? The next question is, how soon can we get the money that we put, the cash, how soon can we get that back, right? So those are what we're going to ask, right? How much money do we need to put in? How soon do we get the money back? That's what's going to determine, what deals we invest in. And then finally, the third thing is what opportunity has the most impact, right? What opportunity has the most impact? So we look to impact cities. We look to do projects that are truly beneficial for the community. So that's really the third component. How do we provide the most benefit, right? So if we have a city that really, really needs affordable housing and none of the other developers are willing to tackle it, we're able to come up with a plan, put a decent amount of money in, we're able to get that money back out. And as developers, how we get paid, right? There's a number of soft cost things that we have to put out up front, but the second we close, we get that money back, right? So that's what I mean about how soon we get it back. Where in the development hat is a lot better. Now there's risk, but you get paid you get paid at all different stages, but you get paid when we close. When we actually close the deal right before we get our funding and we break ground, all of the costs that went into that, whether we have to do a phase 1, phase 2, whether we have to do architectural plans, we're going to have some legal expenses. All of those expenses will come back, right? So Blossom, I see you. What percentage of the deal are you giving on average when we bring a deal with this program? Look, we're gonna tackle that. Literally, I have a chart, right? Basically, if you bring a deal to the table, it's worth 33%. If you manage a deal, it's worth 33%. If you fund a deal, it's worth 33%. That's the benchmark. That's where we go. That's the components of the three components of a deal, right? We'll talk specifically as we talk about real opportunity, like what you're bringing to the deal. If I'm bringing 100% of the funds to the deal, I'm going to have 100% of the deal. Now, understand the line of credit is just a tool. It is just a tool that differentiates this course from other courses. You don't have to use the line of credit. There's no obligation to use the line of credit. I just want to do deals. I don't want to just be talking theoretical. I want to actually be doing deals. And that's why we have to keep the group small so that we all can have touch points. The group members themselves can network and know each other, and it's value learning amongst each other. My goal is not to come out and just be doing random deals. I want to do deals that I can add value to. So as far as what you're bringing to the table, Corey, if you have a deal that you have out there that you see a way in which I can bring some value, I'm open to do the deal. But if you need me, then I gotta eat too. So just understand, this is not a philanthropic thing. This is business. To me, it's like the reason why it makes sense is because it's business, right? It's strictly business. So it's great to learn, but it's like we want to make money while we're learning, right? And that's how we pass that on to the next generation. All right. Kale, what's the average structure you utilize in regards to ownership profit split? Same question. I just gave you a benchmark. If you bring me a deal and you say, and I'm talking about the group, right? If you're in the group and you have everything you need and you have done the analysis, the legwork, I'm not working on the deal, I'm not adding any contribution to the deal is all yours. I still will sponsor you or help you and do what you want. I am looking to just come up with an equitable split if we're going to own something together. Now, what does that look like? I've said it a number of times. I hope I can answer this finally, because I think you're going to be kicking the IG group off. But I just want to do something fair. If I'm bringing majority of the money or all of the money, I expect to get majority of the deal. That's just business. To me, that's just 101, right? But if let's say that you're putting effort into the deal where you're putting money into the deal, then obviously you get a higher percentage or bigger percentage. Let's say you're managing the deal. There's value in management, right? Now, if you don't know how to manage, that's one thing. But if you're willing to work with a management company where we don't have to necessarily lean so much on a management company to manage the development process, there's value in that. So case by case, I don't want to give blanket statements, but I can say, let's do an equitable split. I'm pretty fair, and I think we can work out what we need to work out. All right. It's so exciting. I would love to help in the city homeless issue in Los Angeles. Yes, I just got back from Los Angeles, and definite homeless situation is crazy. The city has to do something, and I was just talking tonight about that too. I saw that CNN clip that's circulating, really, really powerful. I think, and this is my personal opinion, I think that the homeless situation, people getting evicted, there's something that the government needs to do. I don't think that the private sector can solve that problem. The reason why is this. The vast majority of people that, especially in the space that we're in, apartment buildings, a lot of people that were affected by COVID and lost their job eventually will get evicted. However, we are in a position where a lot of people depend on that rental income to feed their families. So if you allow a moratorium to go extended moratorium where people are not paying rent but they're still occupying a space, you're literally hurting a business, right? So that's the flip side. There needs to be some political intervention, and I'm sure that at some point we're going into a hot electoral season. I'm sure that something is going to be addressed, but it's really unfortunate that so many people are starting to lose and get evicted and starting to lose their homes. It's really sad. Yay. Oh yeah. Okay. I see you. Awesome. Awesome. So, Tony B Profits, I see you. So we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna wrap up. Any other questions? I think there's a couple more questions that came into the Facebook group, but yes, South LA needs to be redeveloped. If somebody is in LA, it's if you have LA is a different market. Things are so expensive up there. But if somebody in the group is in LA, I definitely want to work with you because I do have some resources in LA that I think that we can do some things. Particularly, there's a developer out there that I met. I think he's in Compton, and he used to work with. He used to work. Oh man, forget this guy's name. But anyway, there's a developer out there that I definitely gonna have to dig in the Rolodex, try to connect you. If you're in the LA market, I think that that we can definitely do some things there. Deals that make you a millionaire in less than a year. That's the goal of mine. My mother is retired through multifamily properties. Yes, it can. It definitely can happen. Definitely can happen. So I'm gonna wrap it up. What is the ideal line of business credit for deals within 1 to 2 million? The ideal line of business credit is you build your business credit every single year, right? So you start and then you keep building until if I can get a $10 million line of credit, I'll get a 10 million. I mean, I'm sure that there's higher levels. The bigger deals that you do, the bigger deals you do under your LLC structure, the bigger your lines of credit will be. All right, so fellas, guys, ladies, gentlemen, thank you so much for spending this hour on with me here. It's Friday night. I'm really, really amped about this class. And if you are going to join the group, I'm excited about working with you. And if you're not going to join the group, it's okay too, because I'll still have the Generational Wealth Facebook group. I'll still have the YouTube channel in which we'll be sharing nuggets along the way. I'm still a resource. I'll still be growing my company, Money Ave, helping to turn thousandaires into millionaires. That's really what we try to do at Money Ave. We try to create more real estate developers, and we try to create more entrepreneurs. And we literally have a plan to show you how to do that. We're going to be getting more and more educational content to improve financial literacy in the months to come. We will be partnering with a company called well, I'm not even going to tell you the name of the company yet till we officially cement it, but they have a platform in which they're going to be able to help with financial literacy. And that's really key in our environment, is that we are able to improve our financial literacy. If you improve your financial literacy, you will improve your you'll make better decisions. You'll make better decisions, and that's what we aim to do, and that's the point and the key of wealth management. All right. So I want to say thank you all. Really appreciate you guys, both the Facebook group, the YouTube group, IG group. Had a great time here. A little out of breath right now. Not out of breath. We've just been doing a lot of yapping. So I hope y'all got a lot out of it. But really serious time right now, and I hope that everyone is safe, their families are safe, and that they're in a good position. In a good position. I'm A. Donahue Baker. appreciate all the time that you put in listening to me here. It's been difficult because usually I'm used to dialogue. This is all just flowing, the way it is. But I'm gonna sign off, right? See y'all soon. IG, I'm gonna jump on maybe sometime over the weekend and tackle some of these questions. All right. Be safe. Much love. Talk to you later.